I would now like to turn over the floor to Hovhannes, who will show how different groups of users, including both those requesting supplies for COVID-19 response and those approving / monitoring the national response, can use the system. I would also just add that many points of the functionality of the system are just going to be presented at a very brief kind of high level. But if you're interested in a full system kind of demonstration, please let us know after the webinar has concluded. So Hovhannes, please, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Thank you, team. Thank you, Diana. So I will now try to share my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yep, we're all good, Hovhannes. Go ahead.
So the pandemic response tracker was created after the request of Armenian government in response to the coronavirus crisis in Armenia to help the government to access and address nationwide needs for medical equipment and other supplies in fight against the pandemic. This was also intended to support the business continuity of state entities and other social services in the country. So the system, I will try to, try to log into the demo version of the system. The system includes two main parts. The first part is a space where state entities from the government can create a request and address it to the different agencies in the government who are responsible for validation of this request and forwarding to the implementation partners. And on another side, implementation partners can manage fundings and procurement of the request items and track the distributions of supplies to intended recipients and help health facilities to cover requested needs through the country. So the data entries force are giving the ability to register all the supplies that are coming from different sources in the country, and have the holistic pictures of all the supplies, and all the registered supplies can be distributed to the different state entities who have requested these supplies. The system is allowing to do a quick filtering and to find all the requested informations and interactively match all these requests. On a higher level, for decision makers, the systems will help to visualize the data and gain a real-time picture of needs and supplies across the country. The systems is giving an ability to deep dive into all the state entities to follow their request with priorities, intended recipients, and to visualize and to export this data into different visualizations and to have like a real-time data, what kinds of supplies need to be delivered in the soonest versions. Also, the system is creating a unified database of the categories and items. So it's solving a different kind of issues that several state entities can request the same things, and the system will give ability to the state agencies to have the holistic pictures of all the requests and supplies. I will also demonstrate the request states, and also I would like to mention that systems is giving an ability to create and business processes needed to automate the processes of validations of each request that can be delivered to different stakeholders and to different entities. Yeah, and this business process tool is allowing to modify and to modify and to create a new processes based on the needs of the pandemic issue. I would like also to highlight that the system was created in 2 weeks with the involvement of our colleagues from UN Coordination Office and the Government of Armenia, considering the high priority of the system to resolve the crisis in the country. I think that's all from my side.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for that demonstration, Hovhannes.